Welcome everybody to a look at the third film from the Commedia all'Italiana box set from Radiance Films. So once again, like the previous two films, this is directed by Dino Risi and it's from 1962 and it is Il Sorpasso, or Il Sorpasso, also known as The Easy Life or The Overtaking. And yeah, it clocks in at 108 minutes long. Once again, stars Vittorio Gassman, who we talked about in the previous film, as he was also in that. This also stars John Louis Trinidad, who I've also seen in The Great Silence, Under Fire, So Sweet Perverse, So Sweet So Perverse even, and The Sunday Woman, which was another Radiance Films release. And it also stars Catherine Spack, who was in the Cat of Nine Tails, which is a fantastic Giallo film. So yeah, Roberto, a shy law student in Rome, meets Bruno, a 40-year-old exuberant, capricious man who takes him for a drive through the Roman and Tuscany countries in the summertime. When their journey starts to blend into their daily lives, though, the pair's newfound friendship is tested. So, like the prior two films in this box set, I didn't find this to be overly funny, to be honest. It has its funny moments, no doubt about that, but it's not a complete, laugh a minute kind of film or anything like that. And I even found it annoying at times due to a specific car horn that was, really rather quite annoying. But that said, the two lead characters at least, are with their interactions are really rather enjoyable, and the loose but somehow highly engrossing plot do help to make this an overall excellent effort. The cast is also great, it is well paced, the locales look amazing, the countryside, but also the seemingly abandoned Rome comes across quite eerie, of course, because the first day in this film is set during a Italian holiday. That's why pretty much everything's closed, but yeah, it does have a really rather eerie feeling to it. The score is solid, the cinematography is on point, the production is well done, and though the ending is quite downbeat, it is executed effectively while being somewhat satisfying. So, yeah, this is my favourite of the three films. I gave the previous not 2.5, 3.5 stars out of 5, whereas this gets an easy 4.5 out of 5 stars. Despite the annoying car horn, despite the somewhat downbeat ending, and obviously despite not being overly funny, it still has a really rather solid foundation in terms of the plot, which is a loose plot, but it's a solid plot regardless, and the two lead characters. So yeah, that's a reverse sleeve artwork as well in colour. And yeah, get a whole host of extras on this disc. So it's a 2016 4K restoration of the film, presented on Blu-ray for the first time in the UK. It's got original uncompressed mono audio, newly translated optional English subtitles, newly filmed appreciation of the film by Italian cinema expert Richard Dyer from 2023, clocking in at 22 minutes long. You've also got archival interview with Dino Risi by critic Jean A. Gill from 1999, clocking in at 13 minutes long. That's 13 minutes long, if you didn't hear me properly. I think I said 30. Then you got Jean Louis Trinidad on Il Sorpasso, an introduction by the actor for a French TV broadcast of the film from 1983, clocking in at 9 minutes long. You got L'Estate di Bruno Cortona, Castellino Cello El Nano del Sorpasso, an extract from the documentary made for the 50th anniversary of Il Sorpasso, featuring the cast and crew from Gloria Di Toni from 2012, clicking in at 11 minutes long. I probably butchered all of that Italian pronunciation there, but I do apologise. And then on Trinidad Kick, an audio essay and tribute to John Louis Trinidad by critic and author Tim Lucas, looking at his life and work in the 1960s from 2023, clocking in at 58 minutes long. So Jean-Louis, obviously, he died last year, unfortunately. So yeah, it's really nice that they've included an essay and a tribute to him, as he's a fantastic actor in this. He was also really rather great in The Sunday Woman. Not seen him in too much outside of those two. Obviously, I named 1, 2, 3 other films out of those two, but yeah, still need to see more of him. And I'm probably again butchering his name because I'm not really good at pronunciation of foreign names, unfortunately. You also got a trailer, and then you got the reversible sleeve on here as well, which I think I showed off in my box set unboxing, but I'll show you again here regardless. So yeah, all three of those artworks are really rather nice. And yeah, the film overall is excellent. So the box set isn't quite as strong as the Cosa Nostra box set with Franco Nero and Damiani directing all three of them. So it's not as strong as those, but that's purely because comedy is a little bit more hit and miss for me. But that said, despite the comedy not wholly working with these three films, they do have other elements to them to, you know, replace it or make up for the comedy not quite working for me, which usually isn't the case for comedy films. Usually the comedy fails, so therefore the film fails. But with this, they've got enough drama to them, they've got good enough characters, they've got enjoyable plots, and the settings are also nicely done and all of that lot. So yeah, overall, I am overall pleased with this box set. Enjoyed it far more than I was expecting to, because I was anticipating that I really wouldn't enjoy these. I figured the Italian kind of, you know, comedy wouldn't translate well to English or anything like that. But thankfully, you know, even though that somewhat was true, at least they had other elements going for them. So I'd say Il Mattatore is my second favourite, and Il Vedovo is my third favourite. Obviously, I give these both 3.5 out of 5, but I think this has the slightly stronger plot, slightly stronger lead performance. So yeah, but Il Vedovo is still really, really rather good. And then Il Sorpasso surpasses both of them by quite a margin at 4.5 out of 5. So yeah, overall a really, really decent box set. Hopefully the World Film Noir box set that we're releasing will be even better than this, or at least as good as Cosa Nostra, which, yeah, I really enjoyed that box set, but that's just because it's more of my kind of genre, to be honest. So yeah, but I still highly recommend this if you're into your comedy, or if you're into your foreign language comedy, or you're just interested in, you know, Italian films in general, want to, you know, expand your horizons on what kind of Italian films you've watched, or, you know, non-English language films in general. So yeah, really, really good box set. Really enjoyed them for the most part, and yeah, Il Sorpasso is quite frankly a bit of a classic and seems to be somewhat underrated as far as I've been able to work out. So yeah, nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you've seen Il Sorpasso or any of these three films that are in this box set, then I'd like to hear your thoughts on them. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.